Welcome to Ignorance Unleashed with your host Salvatore Cavalieri. In just 10 minutes, enjoy no-nonsense insights with a dash of humor and absurdity. Approved by his psychiatrist and wife because they agree he needs this outlet.
Hey. So today we're going to continue to talk about the 12 economic factors that are super important when you're deciding where to invest. Where am I going with this real estate investment? To invest in this part of the city, on this part of the city, on the other one, or here and there, or where? Where do I do? Well, there's 12 factors that you need to look at when you do your homework. Okay, so let me share that. And today we're going to concentrate on schools. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Okay, but before we go there, okay, you talk about the schools, which is important, of course. Let's talk about and go very quickly over the 12 growth economic factors that you need to see very carefully before you put your hard-earned money in a specific location. Okay, think about this. I've been repeating this for so long, and I will never get tired because people miss this out. Real estate is not a short term. Okay. Does not work like that. You need to think that it's going to be at least at the very minimum, 3-year minimum, bare minimum if you need to get out because you have an emergency. But real estate is a long-term play. Okay? So with that said, let's go over this ones quickly. Good paying jobs, meaning not only good paying, but also a variety of jobs. You don't want to be in a location that only has one employee. If that employee chooses to go to somewhere else, and in the past 40 years, most of the business have been shipped to out of the country, and I had that experience happening to me in a particular job I got right after college. You don't want to be there. You want to be in a location that has a variety of factoring, services, and that kind of stuff, a variety. Okay. With that said, let's go to the next one: highways and infrastructure. Meaning, if you are in a location or you are thinking about going into a location to invest and the highways are falling apart, there is not enough water, there is not enough plants to process the dirty water that people use in their homes and businesses, maybe you should stay away. But instead, if you see, highway being expanded, they're adding 3 lanes on this side and 3 lanes on this side. They're putting brand new signs that they're moving the earth. Do not complain. That is money. That is progress. Actually, there are cities that they have departments specialized on this, that you can approach them and say, hey, look, guys, what are you building next? What are you expanding in the next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? They know they have those plans that are drawn out. So go over there and figure that out, and you want to be probably next to it. Okay? So you enjoy that growth. Okay, airports. Well, airports are extremely important because airports, they create a variety of jobs, not only inside the airport, but around it. Okay, and probably around it is extremely important. Okay, because you have a variety of services, not only to the airplanes, but also cargo, trade, all kinds of stuff goes on in terms of economic movement around an airport. So you want to be around there, either residential or commercial. Okay, so don't complain. By the way, to the negatives, don't complain if the airport is making too much noise. That's money. Okay, nowadays planes, not only they pollute less, okay, but on top of that, when they take off steeper up so the sound doesn't go down. Okay, so the engines, if you look at them, if you have a big pair of eyes, look at the engines today. They're super wide, they're super big, they carry a lot of air through it in order to reduce the sound and increase their efficiency. So for those that are scared that our airport is not that safe, come on, Jesus, we all need to live. Okay, excellent. With that said, ports move a lot of cargo from offshore into the country or out of the country. That means that opens a lot of jobs for international trade. Okay, don't forget there is another world out there besides this country. Okay, so ports are extremely important to manage that. You have that trade going on, but also what is around the port needs to support that facility, which means offices, which means warehouses, which means residential as well, mixed use, that kind of stuff needs to be around. The next one is schools, extremely important. Okay, we're going to talk about schools today, so we're going to leave that as that. Safety, you want to be in a place that you don't get mugged when you go out of your house or the shop, or you go to the pharmacy and you see people just running out of the door with a bunch of stuff. Okay, so you want to be in a safe location, okay, where you can leave your door open in your car, that kind of stuff. Okay, that creates comfort and people are attracted to moving. Health and medicine, meaning that we need to have doctors and hospitals nearby in order to grow, in order to be healthy, in order to produce, in order to be enjoying life. So we want to be surrounded, that property that you're buying needs to be surrounded or close by these elements. Not 40 miles, 50 miles for a band-aid to your foot because you cut your foot, when you're doing the lawn, maybe with a beer in your hand. But anyway, but who knows? Entertainment. If you work hard, you want to spend your money. So are there cinemas, restaurants, amusement parks in some places? What kind of entertainment that you like that you can spend some money? Because the money that you spend on entertainment goes to the economy, and of course there are jobs and landlords and restaurateurs that they need to survive out of that and thrive. Natural factors, meaning if you're going to invest in a property, well, are you near an ocean that when the tide comes up, it washes everything out, or near a river that when you have a bad storm, it washes the town over. You need to pay attention to that throughout the 12 months of the year. Okay, so you may go now. I had a case where we had a brook, an innocent-looking brook, but at the end, when the storms hit Florida, that brook became a torrent that washes everything out. Okay, so you need to pay attention to those natural factors, the positive side of it and the negative side of it. And then if there's some of them are negative, how do you protect them? Do you just pass on the property or just have insurance, etc., etc.? Okay, population growth, extremely important. If you see that people are taking their suitcases and going the hell out of a place, that means something is going on. Do you want to be there? Well, I know there is a school of people that take a lot of balls, big ones here, and they go and they invest in places where the population has been disappeared or is going down, most notably Detroit. I visited Detroit. I have seen Detroit. It's impressive, the amount of empty spaces in there. Anyway, but in general, you want to be in a place that the population is going up. Because people enjoy that area. It has entertainment, medicine, safety, schools, the whole thing, the whole genre. They like that. Now, your vision is to see that early. Okay? Early. Like in anything. Okay, next one. Access to food and markets. You want to be in a property that, or your tenants want to be in a property that they don't have to drive 40 miles to get parsley or tomatoes or onions. And by the way, if they forget that the pineapple they were going to buy is not a tragedy at home because now nobody's going to eat pineapple. It's just 30 miles away. Okay, no. You need to be close to those food and markets because we need to eat, by the way. And with that said, make sure that you can have that around that investment property. Okay. Then another one interesting here in the last one is level of commercial and residential occupancies or vacancies. Let's put it the other way too. Meaning, if you drive around and you see a town that all shoppings are empty, you need to start thinking, analyzing, well, if it is empty, that means that jobs are going out, that landlord is going to go bankrupt. What's going on? Do you want to be there? Well, do you know if something is going to be developed in 5 years and you can eat that recession in that town? Maybe that. Okay. But overall, if you see something, that is vacant, that means that something is going on, at least with that particular segment of the market, not necessarily an empty shopping center means that residential is bad. No, one could be good and the other one could be really suffering. So you need to be analytical in that, if not ask the experts in the area. So with that said, let's jump now to schools. Why are those important? Extremely important for a landlord to locate their property near schools and better schools. Okay? Why? When you rent a property in the traditional family form, you will have a family and your family members that they need to decide where to put the kids, and if there is no schools, that will be a problem to rent it. If the schools have a very low rating, that will be a problem. But when you rent in an area that has good schools, there is an increased demand for that property. You have received more applications, is a fact. Okay, and more applications and a good quality, by the way, application generally. Okay, now the next one. Number 2, higher property values. Well, it is true. Okay, there are certain counties and there are certain cities that they have excellent schools, and the price values is higher, and the price value retains when the economy goes down, which is incredibly important. I should do probably a podcast about that, improve it, okay, and show it to you, improve it. It's a fact, okay? For example, Seminole County in Central Florida is an excellent school zone. It's a tiny county, it's a small county, but the prices here hold up constantly, and they have great schools. Now, with the schools, you have a stable rental income. This is number 3. Yes, I can see that. Families stay longer in a particular property because of the school. Okay? So meaning that the landlord has less vacancies. The time from one tenant going out and the next one coming in, it is shorter. And it's because of that rental market where the good school is driving the business into the rental. Okay, very good. Number 4, market resilience. Okay, that means that a good market in a good time is going to do really well, the property. When the market goes down and people and families are checking where they're going to invest, where they're going to rent, you have more applications. You have more people trying seeing that property as an attractive place for them to bring their kids in and go to school. So market resilience is extremely important. It is so factual that schools make number 4 really affect resilience. The whole town is burning. Well, bad example these days. The whole town probably it is suffering, but you have a good school zone, you're going to be able to fill out that places really well, and the value of the property is going to maintain. Okay, in community development, meaning that schools, when they are developed, it also draws in newer landlords, which are going to buy, and also newer tenants that they go and they pick those schools for their kids. Okay, remember when a family picks a school, it's for a long-term period of time. Okay, that's the general thought. Okay, so that because most parents, they don't like to switch schools mid-year or 1 year after the other, because the kids, they lose that connection with their friends. That's why community development is very important, because once you live in a location, then the kids tend to participate in different sports, being baseball, being soccer, being football, being whatever it is. And therefore, parents meet in those fields, they become friends, they have a hot dog together, a pizza together, and then become friends, and maybe even business partners a while. So the community development comes from schools. So I hope this became I hope this was very, very useful to you guys. Take care.